Yep. So I'm gonna guess they're gonna get you for a U-turn.
So they drive around fire trucks with red lights on.
But it's only the state police. They did not allow cities to do it yet.
Oh, we might be working. Looks like we're on over there. Welcome, everybody, to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Thursday, May the 22nd, 2025. I'd like to welcome all of our special guests, our dignitaries. Presley, good to see you in the back there, kiddo. So, since she probably just turned beet red there, I'm sorry. Couldn't resist. Brad, have you had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting?
I did, and I would make a motion to approve them as presented. Cindy.
Okay, back to you, Brad.
Where were we? I'd make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign, motion carries. If we both say aye, I'm not doing the second part of that the rest of the meeting. No public hearings today, no old business, jump straight into new business. The farmer's market lot. Chick-fil-A would like to come to town. They're setting up their June dates, June 2nd, 6th, 9th, 13th, 16th, 20th, 23rd, 27th, and 30th from 11 to 1. Denise Thomas, usual request. Nothing out of the ordinary on this one, and no complaints recently that I'm aware of in the last 5 years, 4 years, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
So,
Do you want to approve them all or just one at a time?
you want to do them all together? We
Doesn't
can.
matter if they're all in compliance.
Okay, well, let's move on to the second one here before we do that one. Next one is Tweed Hardesty LLC doing business as Auntie Anne's, Kentucky 123, Jasmine, Ireland, 11 to 6, June the 18th at the Farmer's Market lot. Again, I don't believe we've had any complaints that I'm aware of. I'm seeing the head shake to agree with that. January's front row left center since Jane is on vacation this week. And the third request is from Spud Bank, Miss Lakin Eubank, June 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th from 11 to 3. Let's see. Looks like there are not really any overlaps on that one either. No complaints that I'm aware of. We did have a conversation in relation to the electricity there yesterday. I think we've got that resolved. They were actually there as part of the farmer's market yesterday. So everything appears to be in order and ready to go.
If everything's in order, I'd make a motion to accept all three as presented.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye. What's going on with, is there still plenty of room to do that with, seems like a lot of parking going on there.
They are having to work around it because the parking is related to the hospital construction.
Oh, oh, okay, it's that Walnut Street.
But most of the vendors have figured out they either move up towards the green awning, or in yesterday's instance, she actually moved kind of over towards the fence, away from everything a little bit. So
I wonder if any of these farmer's market's open now, right?
Farmer's Market is open 3 to 6 on, or that's not the right times. I'm gonna get the times wrong. They're open Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings.
So it's Wednesday evening. Okay.
Yeah.
And Saturday. Saturday shouldn't be a conflict. But
Yeah.
we might want to start watching that when the market gets busier. If they're running out of room over there.
Yeah, I agree. I think we both said aye though, so motion carries.
Aye.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Seymour Museum Center, the annual gala, however you say that, is August the 22nd and 23rd. I think technically it's the 23rd from 6 to 8, but they'd like to close off the street on the 22nd to set up the tent. 3rd Street would be closed from 8 a.m. on the 22nd, from Chestnut to the Total Tan parking lot. So that alley would actually be closed as well. Bob Cammon will provide us with the insurance certificate like in the past. The event is inside and outside with a tent set up, but they'd like to close early to be able to get that tent in on Friday. So
this is something they have done in the past.
Yes, this is the 3rd annual maybe.
Sounds right.
We've never had, after the first year when we moved them back to the alley, we haven't had any problems since.
Yeah.
Bob did bring that certificate of insurance in.
Okay, sounds like the certificate's been placed. We'll obviously need some DPW cones, barricades, whatever you think is best safety-wise there. Any questions?
Motion to approve that one as well.
I have a quick note.
Bernie?
Sorry about that. You might want to check with Second Street Construction that, there's a chance that they could have paving machines on Chestnut Street in that period. Just saying that might affect the gala. I don't know how, but I'm just saying it's there.
Note made, Bernie.
All right, thanks.
Okay, thanks. Back to you, Brad. You want to make a motion on that one?
Oh, I thought we did.
You may have.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the gala.
I'll second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, next up. Recovery Ministries, Outcast Arms Outreach. Recovery Ministry, July 5th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is a food truck at Shields Park, live music, speakers, games, prizes, drawings, and a cornhole tournament. OMS will be serving lunch at noon and music from 1:30 to 3:30. Jeremy Bays looks like is the connection, and this will be Saturday, July 5th, which I hadn't said yet.
Has that one been through Parks yet?
Being at Shields, it would not normally.
Would not need to?
Yeah, usually it's just Crossroads that they.
Oh, okay.
Do they have the park reserved though, Tracy?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Is this their first time, or have they done this before?
I think this is their first time, Brad.
I think OMS is helping them, Outreach Ministry
Oh,
Services,
okay.
but I think it's something separate. Is that right?
Looking at some of the names, I know there's a lot of OMS names that are
Yeah.
on the sheet.
They're kind of collaborating together on this event.
That shouldn't be an issue, I wouldn't think. I mean, they've done this kind of thing. Are always on the up and up, in my book. Want a motion to approve that? Let's present it, I'll make it.
Okay, well, second Brad's motion. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, we got a special request for Audie Jane ribbon cutting. This was actually sent via email as well because of the fact that it's later today. 4 to 6 is the ribbon cutting. Their address is 125, thank you, I'm not seeing it. 125 West 2nd. Oh, there it is, it's on the other page. And they're requesting 2 food trucks and 4 parking spaces in front of 125 West 2nd. So obviously that would take into the next space as well. So there's a lot of discussion around this based on the ordinance. The ordinance says you have to be 20 feet from an intersection. You can't be near a walk-up window, 50 feet from a food establishment, just all kinds of different things. Dave Early in his vote via email had made the statement that as long as they follow the ordinance, he was comfortable with what they were doing. Yesterday, I know there were some questions raised, so I'm looking to the camera because hopefully you're watching online. Yesterday, there were some questions raised because of Copper Top. We had rejected their request for the Jingle Market. Jingle and Mingle Market, is that what that says, Jane? Okay. So the question was, how come they're not approved and this one is?
Right.
The difference for me when I look at it is the parking spaces.
The depth from the curb.
The depth from the curb. Indianapolis Avenue, you got an 8-foot parking space. I reached out to one of our local food trucks to ask him how wide his truck was today. He says he is 8.5 feet. I hit the good old internet and looked it up on Google as well. They said the average is 8.5 feet. Some of them are down to 7. Some of them are even wider, all the way up to 10. Where in front on 2nd Street, that 100 block of West 2nd, you have angled spacing. The depth on that with those angle spaces is 15 feet. So an 8.5 foot trailer is going to have 6.5 feet of buffer between the driving roadway and the back of the trailer versus a 1/2 foot sticking out into the driving lane. So that's the difference in my mind. Brad, you are an old public safety guy though, so I will let you share your thoughts.
And I assume they'll be serving from sidewalk side.
Mhm.
So I think the ordinance in its entirety needs to be looked at, and I'm hoping, is that retail development at council?
Retail development met on it in December or early January. We sent him something Monday. Did you send that or did Jane send that? To Chad Hubbard and retail development.
I did not.
Would have been Friday then, cause there were some other things that, I'm with you. I think the ordinance needs reviewed.
I think, was it '06 when this was all?
No,
Part of the ordinance was '06.
16 or 18. It
Okay.
was when I was on council.
Okay.
So,
I think the original part of, it's a huge ordinance that covers a lot of things. So I think the first part was adopted in '06, so that'd be pre-food truck though, so
yeah. Well, 06 may be the itinerant merchant piece.
probably.
Because we talked about it as well at that meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's my difference between the two.
Yeah, and
Um,
I think that would probably is safer, and the ordinance doesn't say you can't have them downtown in a parking space. And that's the part I don't like, but the ordinance needs changed
Mhm.
to address that. So
I wish you couldn't have them on streets at all. I don't
Yeah,
mind them
well,
in parking lots.
that's my feeling exactly.
I just don't know, I don't personally like the allowing them in the street.
Yeah, I don't either, and, I think we need to do all we can to protect the rails and the brewskis and, Rust,
Solomon,
Solomon,
Schweitzer's.
to protect them as well, so. But they are compliant with the ordinance. And it's planned today in 3 hours, 4 hours or whatever. So
Any,
do we need to,
I mean, we can do a regular vote on it if you'd like on these two, just for this one. So we've got Sweet Tea and Jesus and, to Columbus, Taco Lumbus, I don't know how to say that. Coming and then it's, like I said, 4 to 6 today, so.
Yeah.
We do have their insurance and all that stuff as well.
I say we approve it. I'm gonna make a motion to approve it.
Second, all those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. It's throwing me off, those not coming back. Another note on here was talk about the food trucks at the Vat and Barrel. I've already sent that to planning and zoning, if you have a chat about that, to make sure they're aware of what everything is as well, so. So there you go, we've covered all those topics. Let's see, we do have applications for food truck operating licenses though. Speaking of Taco Lumbus, whatever version we go with there, they would like to get a food truck license. Mel, they got everything in order?
I believe so, I'm going through my papers right now. I don't typically give it to you unless I've got it all in order, so,
I know you don't.
yeah.
Insurance pictures, that is one sharp looking food truck. Driver's license that is not expired. Retail merchant certificate. If you wanna see it, there you go.
Wow, that is nice looking. Taco Lumbus.
Yeah, exactly, Taco Lumbus.
Pretty cool.
You wanna do these together or you wanna do them separate?
However you prefer.
I don't know that let's do them separate just in case.
So I'd make a motion to approve that because I think it's all in order.
Okay, motion, second, I'll second it, all those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign, motion carries. Okay, next one, this is Sweet Tea and Jesus. Type of food or beverage will be sold, Rosie Jean's Sweet Tea. Don't know what Rosie Jean's, but
Let's do flavored teas.
they flavored teas, okay,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, looks like we've got certificate, color photograph of the vehicle, insurance, oh, there we go, driver's license, that is not expired. Questions? Has she paid yet? Mel?
Yeah, Nicholas actually came and paid for both of them because they're really only getting approved.
For this, tonight's event?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna be there tonight. Sweet tea.
Yeah, they're gonna be there tonight. The two that, yeah, these two.
Oh,
are-
these first two? Okay.
Yeah, these two are for tonight's
Sweet
thing.
Tea's been at the Oktoberfest last few years too.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought that sounded familiar.
yeah, no, they've been pretty popular.
Yeah.
Any questions on that one?
Not for me. Make a motion to approve it.
Motion, I'll second. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next up, Roy and Jessica Coomer. Has Coomer's Frozen Sweet Treats. Coming up out of Austin, they have ice cream and shaved ice, no frozen novelties, Darren the luck. The certificate is on the way, is what the note on here is. Okay,
Yeah, I attached his paperwork when he got approved, and he doesn't have it yet.
okay. Is that the health department certificate that you're noting? Yes, okay.
No, that's the, registered with the.
Retail
yeah,
merchant,
yeah.
okay.
He's got the health department in there.
So it looks like he's got everything except the retail merchant certificate, which is supposed to be on his way to him. Insurance, health department, Jackson County stuff, pictures, non-expired driver's license. Looks familiar, doesn't it? And he does have a copy of his email, it looks like, from where the Indiana Department of Revenue has told him he's approved, but he doesn't have the certificate yet. So how would you like to proceed with that one?
I think you should make a motion, you have to include frozen novelties.
It is to be parked stationary, right?
Yes, it
Not
looks,
Up and down the street.
well, I say that, I don't know. Is he planning on doing a roving food, ice cream truck, or is he doing a regular food truck, Mel, did he say?
I'm sure.
Okay, cause he could technically be a roving food
I was
truck.
gonna say, I
And
mean,
that
I thought it
is a whole
was
different
ice-
ordinance,
what?
isn't it? Or a different piece of the ordinance?
I think they still have to get,
Yeah,
Same
yeah, I
thing.
think they operate under the same,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
all the same umbrella, I believe.
cause there's a piece in the code that says you're only allowed audible devices
Yeah.
if you're a
Yes.
ice cream truck.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'd say if they complete their application process, everything that's, whatever they're missing, if they get it, say we approve it pending that.
so pending the final piece getting to Mel, is that how that sounds
That's it,
reasonable?
yeah.
Okay, I'll second that. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Mr. Dixon. We're up to you.
Public Works Director, Chad Dixon. I just want to give an update. This week is National Public Works Week, and we're trying to show appreciation to our guys. So if you happen to see one of the guys out working, maybe wave at them, say hi, just take a moment, whatever. Want you to know that we're working on a grant with Solid Waste District, meeting with Debbie tomorrow to go over like what phases we're going to attack together and who's going to take what as far as responsibility goes. Update on the transfer station. So far, we've poured 140 yards of concrete there. 70 ton of rebar have been is on this job site, 30 of which are already in the ground and tied. There's been 260 ton of stone installed, compacted, and tested through our testing people, if you will. And we plan to pour more concrete next week as well. As y'all know, Second and Community has been a big topic recently. That closure went well. We've had some additional signs to go up for the closure and stuff like that, but 7:30 hit, man, and I tell you, everybody was there. They were taking poles down. It was crazy, like ants. I mean, just nuts. But road closure signs are up, the poles are down, and they should be putting well points in right now for the dewatering. And excavation, you should be able to see some excavation work being done as early as tonight or tomorrow morning. And they're going to 6 to 7 days a week as of next week.
How late are they gonna work into the night? There's a fire station right there, and I don't want those guys to miss out on any sleep.
We'll say 5 p.m.-ish, but give or take, it may be a little later.
They can go a little later than that.
Yeah, they probably will.
Okay.
So,
5 p.m.?
maybe a little
That's
later.
iffy sometimes.
I like how the chief laughs and the other two are looking at me like,
What in the world?
Hey, so the goal obviously is to get done before school starts.
yes.
And thanks to the school, we've got their blessing ahead of time. We've got a plan for graduation and traffic control for that. So everything's already lined out. We're all good. Word's been out, obviously. And just thank you for letting us shut that down. I do not want to impact the entire school any longer than what we have to. So
I had that conversation with my wife this morning. The difference between going a week or two into school starting and graduation is
impact is huge.
several new drivers on when you get into school versus
Right.
families that odds are they've been driving for quite a while at the
Yes, sir.
graduation. So
A little bit on O'Brien Street, thanks to Mel. We've got, I believe, 11 return receipts this week and 9 to go back out Tuesday the 27th, right? You, Mel.
What'd you say? I'm so sorry.
For O'Brien Street, for purchasing, we've
Yes.
got 11 that came back, like our receipts.
Oh, yeah,
And
no,
then-
all 12 now.
Okay,
yeah.
good. And then 9 to go back out Tuesday the 27th.
12 checks, but for that many parcels, yes.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I guess we're making progress in purchasing right away. And, that's all I've got unless anybody has any questions.
today, Brad,
Today's the day.
you asked several times
I
the
did.
last few months. Today's the magic day.
Today's the day.
Now I gotta remember to go the other way.
I know, I already went
It's
the wrong
gonna-
way once today.
It's gonna be a pain in the butt for quite a while, or a
Yeah.
pain in the keister, so.
It's worth it.
Roughly 2 months.
Yeah.
Be over before you know it.
Okay. Thanks.
So is Second Street kinda open from the east side?
Technically, it's still a construction zone, but we're trying to stay open for local business especially and homeowners.
It looks like finish is
No, there's
finished.
still top coat.
Is it still? Okay.
Yeah.
What about curb and sidewalks and stuff? Is it?
We've got some curb still to go in, but a lot of it's done.
If you look down
We're
there
pouring
from-
500 feet,
From community, it looks like a street. It's done.
Yeah. but they're pouring 500 feet of, pretty much 500 feet on average of sidewalk a day.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're really moving,
Yeah, it is moving.
so, yeah. That's amazing.
It is.
It's almost a city block in
Oh,
a
yeah.
single day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just shy, depending on the block, but
Yeah.
obviously.
And I think, yesterday they poured 425 feet, but that included the wheelchair ramps as well, so, and that takes a lot more skill.
Awesome.
It's moving really good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks, Chad.
Thank you.
Bernie, anything Chad didn't hit on?
Yeah, he's got my thunder.
There's no need for you, he already gave
Probably-
everything. No need for you.
Jeremy wants to hear me, so I'll go ahead and talk. He said I could take 15 minutes, I think, if I needed to. Just for the record, the roundabout that we once had on Second and Community Drive is not gonna be there. It's not a roundabout. It is a signal going back in, even though the existing signals are taken out. Just wanted to make sure that was clarified. Then on other CCMG projects, just to let you guys know, Springer Street is ready to be paved now. They're doing the same thing right now that you see that you saw on Second Street. The sidewalks are going in, and so hopefully they'll get that thing paved here soon. Also Vine Street, there's a little one-block area of Vine Street that we're working on close to, is it Jackson and Laurel? Between Jackson and Laurel, that'll be, they're doing some sewer work or some drainage work there, then they'll be paving that along with Springer Street. They were trying to do those kind of at the same time. Then the third thing is Bateman Drive will be under construction probably starting in the next week or two. So expect that to be closed for portions in that period. We'll have announcements on that when that comes up. And then also on CCMG 2025, O'Mara is kind of involved with both of these CCMG projects, and they want to kind of they wanna move over to start that roadway, work as early as, the next couple of weeks, and that'll be Jackson Park South Drive is where they wanna start. So there might be road closures there, which is right next to the Jackson Park Plaza or whatever. I don't know if you need to know where that is, but it goes back to James Street, James Apartments,
Jamestown.
Jamestown. Gosh, I knew I couldn't get that right. All right, then, lastly, I wanted to mention that, King's Construction is doing the Hartzell Drive area and, with Vital Farms, the roadway in there, Henry Drive, is that right?
Was it, it's Henry something, I think it's
Oh.
Drive.
And, yeah, and then we are still working on design on O'Brien Street along with the roadway, parcels that Chad mentioned. And then one more thing I wanted to mention is that, the city has a safety study that we're all working on, that we're trying to get up, everybody up to speed on what exactly we're doing. And there's an open house scheduled. Well, it's actually not scheduled, but it's supposed to happen in June. And that's our last, open house for the Safer Streets and Roads for All grant. And I just wanted to make sure we keep that in front of us to make sure that, we get a good study out of this project and, go from there. Again, I'd like to bring that up at every meeting here until we get to it. So I expect to have a little more information next time we talk. Any questions from the board?
Not me.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Vern.
Mr. Bose?
First I have a application for sidewalk driveway curb cut, which, project began back on the 12th, so I assume it's in process or completed by now, but it was widening the driveway, 517 Beach Street, submitted by Skaggs Builders. I don't see any approval from, our building inspector or building commissioner, so, but I assume it's already happened.
I was gonna say, I know cause I drove by it that day and I feel like I passed one of them in the
Oh,
mix.
Sorry, what?
517 Beach Street.
Let me get up here and do this right.
Who are you?
Talk, you're supposed to go to the podium.
This was, widening a driveway at 517 Beach Street, sir, by Skaggs Builders.
Yes,
Application submitted by Andrew Skaggs. Project started on May 12th.
yes.
I see no approval from you or Mr. Pfeiffer, so I didn't know.
That is good to go.
Okay,
It probably
Thank you.
just didn't come across my desk, so.
okay.
Anything further, Mr. Bose?
No, that's all I have. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I still don't think he's gonna tell us who he was. Chance not to talk about himself.
So I need a motion to approve this.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You want a motion or you want me to?
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion for a change.
Okay.
Right.
I'll second it.
Motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And then I have some, the agenda shows one for approval, but I had some that came in late, so. For sewer adjustments, Cassie Devers, 158 Kimberly Drive. Leak under their trailer, got attached documentation showing everything's returned to normal. $350 they spent with Matlock Plumbing to get repaired. Looking for a credit of $120.78. Larry Reinhardt, I believe is the renter, and John Barrett's the owner, or vice versa, I'm not sure. 818 West Laurel Street, water heater rusted on the bottom, busted through the floor. We got documentation again where water usage and stuff is returned to normal. Looking for a credit of $746.64.
Must not have noticed it for a while.
Yeah, it's kind of my take on it, but.
In the house.
Then we have Seymour Parks and Rec, 694 North Broadway, underground leak at the bathroom, fixed in 4/9. They are looking for adjustment of $252.54. Burt Sewer and Drain apparently took care of it. Then we have Orlia Lopez at 541 Fountain Drive, leak from the meter underground to duplex, and there is documentation here. Snyder's Plumbing took care of the issue, and the water usage has returned back to normal. I don't know if I stated, but a credit of $208.62. Final being Kimberly Campbell, 618 Holiday Drive, power washing and pool fill, in mid-April. Looking for a credit of only $21.96. All of them meet our criteria, so I would ask that you approve these sewer adjustments.
I would make the motion to approve it, not the emotion.
The emotion. I'm not completely certain on the Park and Rec one, but I'll still second Brad's motion.
If you lump them all together, it sounds better.
Yeah, all those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And that's all I have, thank you.
Okay, I got a couple miscellaneouses. First miscellaneous was a meter pit related to 113 North Chestnut. They closed a couple parking spaces, and I believe it was more of an emergency project because they needed it quickly. So that was an online vote, so now it is noted in the record, approved by all. The other miscellaneous I have is, we approved a food truck for June the 6th in the parking lot behind the community center.
Yep.
For a graduation party.
Yep.
Well, then the graduation party that was happening this weekend realized that maybe they should do the same.
Okay.
So they're at the community center, they're having the same food truck actually, and they're having it in the parking lot, same as the other one. So they are requesting to have the food truck on May the 24th from 4 to midnight at the parking lot behind the community center. Sabre Latino is the food truck for a graduation party.
That's a heck of a graduation party.
Yeah. So.
I don't know why we wouldn't if we've approved another one that's exactly identical, so.
Well, this morning when it was handed to me, I thought it was the one from the other day, so.
I'd make that motion,
So,
if that's what we need.
motion, and I'll second it. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, miscellaneous from the board. Miscellaneous from the audience. Anybody not get that wanted to speak?
I do have one more thing. It was brought up to my attention from the gallery that as I was trying to do the right thing and come to the podium, I may have failed to mention that my name is Jeremy Gray, and I am the building commissioner for the city of Seymour for everybody out there on the internet. So.
Jeremy Gray, everybody,
Thank
yeah,
you.
all right.
Now we are official. Thank you, Mr. Gray.
Apologize for that.
You want me to zoom in on you? You can do it again.
We need to approve that clarification.
It's up to you whether you want to make sure it gets in the minutes next time. Although for Jeremy's safety, I'm kind of hoping it's not in the minutes just because I don't want to see how Darren writes that. Anyone else from the opposite side of the room? Dylan, anything going on in transit that we need to know about?
I think we're good.
Presley, anything going on in your world we need to know about?
She's left. She's left.
Oh, she's already left. I must have been looking down. I'm sorry.
She wanted you to go color on your poster.
Okay, that's cool. WPC, we're past Stormwater Awareness Month, so.
We had the 4 employees go to the wastewater challenge.
Ooh, bring that up. Step up here and tell us who you are and
Doug,
tell us how you did, because I heard this yesterday and I didn't remember it, so.
Come on up, Jared.
Your rows are not even, by the way.
You can fix them after the meeting, sir.
Name's Doug Gregory. I'm with the Seymour City Wastewater Pollution Control. We had 4 people go to Marion, Indiana for a wastewater challenge. It is a state competition put on by IWEA, which is the Indiana Wastewater Alliance. And what happens is any wastewater facility in the state of Indiana can put a team together and go up and compete at this challenge. If you win this challenge, they give you $10,000 and you can go to Chicago and compete in a nation challenge. They changed the Chicago area around. It happens in different bigger cities all over the place, but we put a team together. We were sponsored by the Southern Indiana Operators Association. They paid for our fee to get in, and they paid for our rooms. The only thing the city was dinner one night. So 4 of us went, myself, Chad Watson, Corey Kane, and Brent Hurt. it's a variety of different stuff. There's like 10 different stations. You got your lab section, you have O&M, you got asset management, you've got collection system, there's pre-treatment and different stuff, and we were competing against 10 other teams. This is the first, I've done this probably 5 years out of the 9 I've been at the wastewater. This was our first year that we ever got mentioned in the award ceremony because we came in third for our collection systems duties. Then they have an overall winner, but we were only 4 points from team number 2. So we felt pretty good about it. We had a good time. It's a learning experience to see what other facilities do. Marion's facility that we held this competition at was they have DPW, drinking water, wastewater, all in one facility. It's huge. Wow. They got tunnels underground. You pop up like a gopher. You go over here and pop up out of a building, and they got pipes that run through all these tunnels, and it was really cool. But I feel we did pretty good. So,
something you mentioned yesterday when we were talking about this was the 2 teams that placed better than you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Those 4 guys only do collections and don't ever
yes.
mix and match like we do. So
no. Yeah, our facility is a little different than a lot. The one team that placed higher than us for team number 1, that's what they do. That's all they do. They do nothing else. Huh?
Where were they from?
Brownsburg. But I mean, we had fun. We competed against Brownsburg. Then Shelbyville was there. I'm trying to think of some of the others. Columbus wastewater. Huh?
How many total teams?
10.
10.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. You get to do some communication with other facilities and invite them down to take a look at our facility. And they may have some new equipment that we don't have, or we got some that they're looking into. So it was very interesting.
thanks.
Thank you.
Very good.
Anyone else? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Meeting adjourned.
Cindy seemed to have a lot to say.